I'm going to show you our LinkedIn social selling funnel, the exact journey that you can take people on to become leads and clients on LinkedIn, all organically, no ads and nothing too complex. All it takes is reps, and don't let the word funnel scare you. All it really means is journey, the journey that you take people on from following you to becoming a lead and then becoming a client. And to show you how simple it really is, this is the method that we teach to our clients, the CTC funnel. So at the very top, we've got cold traffic. People don't know who we are and they don't know what we're about. So here we put out really wide content that anyone can relate to in order to bring more traffic in to the top of the triangle. This captures new followers, but it also captures people's attention. Not just target clients, people in general. After seeing some more of our content and having interactions with these people, we'll start to build trust. And this is the letter T. This is a nurturing process, and there are loads of touch points across the platform that allow us to build trust, but also to showcase our expertise as well, alongside demonstrating knowledge and unleashing a bit of our personality too. Both logical and emotional content that makes them think a certain way, but also feel something as well. And once we've built this trust, a small percentage of our audience are going to be on the fence about downloading something or booking a call or even buying from us. So we use very specific conversion content to tip them over the edge into taking one of those actions. I've done another video on LinkedIn content strategy previously, so if you want to check that out, you can head over to my YouTube channel. But for now, we're going to focus on the journey, and it's broken down into 4 stages, kind of similar to the CTC funnel, but let's break each one down. Journey stage number 1, attention. So this stage is probably the hardest because it requires running consistently. But we use these 4 C's to generate attention, strengthen trust, and push people onto the next stage. So as many days per week as possible, we want to post content that's in line with our objectives. Capture attention, build trust, or convert people. We then want to consistently top up our audience by connecting with 20 relevant people every single day. Then we want to interact with these people, target clients, competitors, industry leaders, and we do that by leaving our thoughts and our opinions on their content. And finally, we want to have conversations behind closed doors, aka DMs, taking time to build relationships with the right people too. And it might seem a bit daunting, but running this workflow consistently will compound. People will start to sit up and take notice. Your brand or personal brand equity will start to build. And that is when we move to the next stage of the journey. Journey stage number 2 is what I call the Holy Trinity. The 3 entry points that you should leverage on LinkedIn. Because ideally you want any warmer traffic from the first stage to go in one of 3 directions. Either in the DMs so you can speak to them, to click through on your featured posts, or to click through on your profile link. All 3 of these things are what I would call micro conversions. Anyone clicking or messaging has some form of intent to find out more about who you are, what you do, or how you can help them. And this is why having your profile optimized to showcase who you help and how you do it is super crucial. Making sure your profile link has a very clear journey as to how they can get in touch or book a call, and making sure your featured posts are stacked with social proof, lead magnets, again a call booking form, some longer form content, etc, etc. Now, regardless of which route they go down, everything should point eventually to the direction or the end result of them booking a call with you, if that's how you sell. So lead magnets should have a really clear CTA, alongside your long form content, your social proof, and any other bits that might be sitting in the featured. Which brings us to the next stage, journey stage 3, the sales call. The most exciting stage so far. And we won't go into the actual call on this video, just the outcomes. So if you win someone as a client, that's awesome, and they move to the next stage, which we'll cover shortly. But anything other than a win counts as a loss in my eyes. Until the money's paid or the contract's signed, that person is still a potential client. Now, most people give up on prospects if the sale isn't won immediately. And that's a massive mistake because these people are still very, very warm. We've had sales calls with people for them to say no the first time round and then book in again 6 to 12 months later and actually start to work with us. So rather than discounting them or getting rid of them, we just take them back to stage 1, back to the attention stage. Because if they were close to buying, then their eyes are going to be on your content. They're going to be taking everything in. They'll be watching you, wondering if they've made the right decision or not. Something to consider. Now, obviously you should have a follow-up process in place, and I'm a big fan of the value-based follow-up, but you can still lean on your content to continue strengthening that perception they have of you in the meantime, making sure that you're consistently publishing the capture, trust, and convert content. So if the client isn't a yes, we take them backwards. But if they are a yes, we move them on to the next stage. And lots of people think that the journey ends here, but it doesn't. This is where the journey starts. Stage 4, the client 1 stage. Once you have a couple of clients, you should seriously start to refine this journey, because it's probably the most important journey out of all of them. So just to set the scene, you're on a call, the prospect says yes. What happens next? Well, you need to onboard them, and the onboarding process is going to look very different for every single business out there. But essentially, you want to give them something as a quick win. The date of a first call, access to something, a roadmap or some materials, something like that. The most relevant thing that you can think of to enhance the experience for them and lessen the chance of buyer's remorse. Because the last thing that you want is people regretting their decision to work with you once they hop off the phone. Now, onboarding and the post-sale journey are both massive topics, but just think about how you can make them exciting for your client. Then obviously you deliver whatever it is you sell, and hopefully you have a chance to retain this person as a client too, either with a continuation, a cross-sell, or an upsell. Anyway, there it is. A stupidly simple, organic journey for LinkedIn. We go from the attention stage to the holy trinity to the sales call to the client 1 stage. All really crucial parts of the journey, but each one of them is a journey in itself. So take time to think through each one and how you can improve it in some way. Everything in sales and marketing is journey based. And if you're watching this video on YouTube and want to see how we've actually helped people put this into practice and some of the more in-depth strategies we help them adopt, you can watch this video here.